So today's guest is another amazing, chill, nice, wonderful person and streamer friend. She's always showing support, always so welcoming and super fun to watch. She's part of CEOs of Screams, a stream team that I know a lot of people in. Well, I'm gonna tell you who I know from CEOs of Screams. Please welcome Nanasalad, aka Nana, to tonight's episode.
Hi.
So the first thing I ask my guests is, how are you doing today?
Alive. I'm good. I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
How about yourself?
I just got back from work. Tomorrow is my day off. I know today it's like Friday the 13th, so I was expecting you to maybe be on Twitch, like maybe have something spookier. I mean, by spookier, I mean like you always play spooky games, but I meant spookier as in like take it up a notch. So
Yeah. No, I get that. There are a lot of awesome CEOs that are on right now.
Yep.
And I was ill last night, so I didn't stream last night. I'm
no.
kind of recovering today, so it was just like, I'll just chill with the cat and my hubby, and
That's good. So I know, of course, the amazing Karma. I know Captain Sumi. I know Zuzul Baduzo. I know KimCat Games, Peggy Rogers from CEOs of Screams. All these people, I know them.
They're fantastic folk, genuinely. We've got so many people in the CEOs, and I feel so bad because I only know like a really small portion of them. But I'm trying really hard to get to know them a bit better.
Yeah. So since I mentioned these, how did you manage to get on the stream team? Like, how did the process go? Like, who invited you? What happened, etc.
I'm actually one of the OG members that got invited through Twitter when Tubin sent out the call asking if people would be interested in a stream team, and I was like, hey, yeah, would you be interested in like a chicken who is sometimes a pink neko maid? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, so that's how I got into the stream team, and it's just been, I've watched it grow from a few members on Twitter to the over 80 members I think we're at right now. So there's a lot of people.
Oh wow. So can you tell me about how you discovered Twitch, how you decided to become a streamer, and a little bit about the channel?
Well, I think I'm probably the same as what a lot of people did during COVID. I was feeling kind of lonely. I think I'd heard of Twitch just through like little bits like Facebook and I would say Twitter, but I didn't really get on Twitter until I started on Twitch. But I think a few in real life friends had mentioned it as well, and I actually started watching the music channels. I never actually intentioned like being a streamer.
Oh wow. But Nana, did you know that recently Twitch has been putting out like a lot of new features, but one of them is there's like partnered with the tick, and like there's a lot of things happening. They gave a DJ role, like you have a DJ badge on your name if you're a certified DJ on Twitch. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I saw that. I know a few people who are part of it as well. But it wasn't me doing music. I was just watching the music channels, and a couple of them were really lovely, and they were like, do you know what? I actually think you'd be really good at being a streamer. I was like, yeah, but I don't do anything exciting. I just play games. And they're like, hey, that's still valid. And a couple of them actually supported me in my first load of streams and helped me get to affiliate really quickly. And it was really wonderful.
That's
and that's where it came from. That's where it went.
That's nice, but I want to know, where did the name Nana Salad come from? Like, what's the lore behind it?
It actually comes from World of Warcraft. I'm really terrible with names, and I played World of Warcraft initially on an X's account. And then we broke up, of course. So he stopped me from playing. So I was like, do you know what? I just want a silly name. I just want something that's a bit nonsensical. So I went with Banana Salad.
Oh my god.
And that was originally my name on Twitch, but I couldn't remember my login details. So I just made a new one that did Nana Salad instead. So, and it just went from there. It's just, it's just something silly. And
did you have your phone set up to it, or did you have an email link to that account at the time, or what? Because you can reset your password.
I could have, but I don't even know. I don't know why I just decided not to.
I mean, if you still can, like, maybe try and do that, like maybe reclaim it as your second account, troll people sometimes. That's what I do sometimes with Step Lucifer. I'm like, sometimes, every time someone mentions, because Step Lucifer, probably my community and my friends and people know that Step Lucifer, I made this for like my bot accounts, like Mix It Up and those, and I had to make an account, because then I was like, okay, I need a name that can also have my identity but also stand out. So I was like, I always do these Step Bro jokes, so I was like, Step Lucifer. And every time someone says like something, or I find a situation where someone, let's say, is collecting a lot of logs or woods, I tend to log in to Step Lucifer and say, help me, Step Log, I've fallen and I can't get up.
I mean, I did consider it, but I don't recall which email it's actually linked to. And I'm like, I don't remember. But I like the idea of like, I sometimes feel like an old lady as well. So when people call me Nana, it's like, yes, and I like the idea of like her. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm pushing 40, so it's like, it fits, and I just like the idea of calling the community Salad Bowl, because we're all a little bit fruity sometimes.
Salad
and,
what?
Salad Bowl.
Oh my god, like, that's funny.
Yeah, it's just, I like the idea of people coming in and just adding to the bowl, basically. It makes me happy.
Has anyone ever said like, or have you? Of course, I don't know if you know of the joke like, oh my god, not in front of my salad. Has anyone made that reference before?
No. What's that about? What?
I don't know, but like in our community, like the LGBTQ community, we have like, oh my god, not in front of my salad or something. I don't know what it means exactly, but I find it funny as well, so I go with it.
Fair. No, I'll have to look out for that. Hopefully somebody will say it. I mean, I personally, I'm not part of the LGBTQ, but I support, it, and I really do believe that, people have the right to love who they love. I would love to think that I am a safe place for anybody and everybody to come into. I know that we've got a number of trans people in the community. I know that we've got a number of LGBT plus people in the community.
Kaylee is one of them. I know Kaylee personally from a friend, Duchessie. This is the channel I met her from. I don't know if you know Duchessie. Yeah. You know JR Cash, of course.
No. I do, yeah. Awesome.
Essie, like Duchessie, and I mod for JR Cash, and this is where I actually met Duchessie, and we've been friends ever since. Like, it's been 2 years now.
It's amazing how linked Twitch really is, and it always catches me out when people get really upset at each other sharing and knowing about other streamers and stuff, and I'm just like, what? Like, your community is going to know more than just you. Like, come on.
I mean,
you can't demand that they don't talk of other streamers. I get that it's something that some people find uncomfortable, and that's okay. But to make out like you're the only one in your community, it's a bit weird. It's always struck me as strange. And it's like, I don't get it. Twitch, it should be, this big family and these supporting each other kind of vibes. And I I don't think I'll ever understand the thought of, well, you're not allowed to come in here and talk about other people. Bleh.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I know. My recent altercation with someone in my past that I don't want to talk about, but yeah,
no, that's fair.
it happens. Not
It
everybody
was.
gets along with everybody, and I was really surprised to see that some of my friends like Mustard Fennec and especially Ian Bigfoot. Ian knows my friend Plenty of May, who was Voodoo May in the past, and I was like, okay, how he asked me actually in your channel. When Michael Nothing, one of my friends, rated into you, and I was like, he was like, Lucifer? What
Do
brings
you know
here?
Nana?
Well, yeah. Why are you following me? Like he was shocked, and I was like, you're following me.
Yeah. It really catches me when I see people like, oh my god, I know you from so and so, and I know you from so and so. How do you know Nana? And it's like, I mean, I got around for a while.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible, but I've been in a lot of communities. I know a lot of people on Twitch, so it's not, I just think it's really sweet when people are like, oh my god, you know Nana too. It's like,
I mean, same here. Jake Quillen has actually introduced me to a lot of people as well. She's like one of the very few people I look up to, and she's like, I don't know why sometimes I feel like she's my twin sister or twin flame, because like before I even speak, she's like, I got you. And so I try to do something that sometimes some people get kind of a little bit too upset about, or like too kind of bothered about, but it's nothing malicious. I guarantee everyone. When I suggest people, like when I suggest raid targets, sometimes I'm like, I want you guys to meet each other, like meet these new people, meet these nice people, support. Some people don't take that by heart, like don't have a soft spot for it. Some people are like, okay, there's a redeem for it, and I respect that. But other people are like, oh no, I just want to raid people that are playing X or playing Y or playing, for example, B. And I'm like, okay, well, I got these people. She's like, or they're like, okay, well, what are they playing now? And I'm like, Fortnite. And they're like, no, I'd rather have them be playing X, for example.
Yeah. I mean, I'm similar sometimes as well. It's like, okay, I'll take your suggestion under consideration. We'll have a peek. We'll see what they're like. But sometimes I've been burned in the past when raiding to new people, so it's a bit of a hit and miss. But if I have somebody in the community who's like, do you know what? I know this person. They're fantastic. Be like, okay, great. What they're playing. And if they do say something like Fortnite, I'll be like, okay, well, I know that's not our vibes here. But if you send me their name, I'll check them out personally. That kind of thing. Just because for me personally, Fortnite is not my cup of tea. Same like DBD and stuff, not really my cup of tea. But I'll still make the effort to check them out and stuff. And if I find that I like their vibes, doesn't matter what they're playing, I'll support them.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult one sometimes, because it's like I want to support everybody. I want to raid everybody. I want to raid everybody and anybody's like suggestions and stuff. But then sometimes it's like, that really didn't go very well last time. It's one of those. But if I have somebody who I know who's like, yeah, do you know what? I think you'd love this person. I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, kind of what happened when I suggested Dan Vajan the other time, which Dan was on episode 2 of my podcast. He's really amazing, and I met him through another friend. But like, there are some people that either don't trade out at all, and they have like double digits sometimes, or they raid out to the same people. Or for example, no offense to anyone listening, if you do that, it's your choice, not mine. I'm just saying my point of view. So it really bothers me that, okay, I understand why you raid people with like triple digits sometimes, or like partnered people that are already there. I know, okay, raid them one time, but like they're on your radar and you keep rating them, like other people with
What
smaller
they call
numbers.
it.
Yeah, other people with smaller numbers might love the support, and it's what I always seek to do. Like, I always ask, or I always look for, like, probably someone from my list, and if I'm like, well, okay, I don't feel like rating these people, so let's find someone new. And
Yeah.
I really love making other people's days. The other time when the lovely Karma, and I don't like to brag about stuff, but the lovely Karma rated me with like a big number. I'm not gonna disclose how much. And then at the end, I rated out to someone, and they were like, "Blue, what the fuck?" It was like triple digits. I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, hello, yeah, I show love and support," and they were head over heels about it. Just the sheer enjoyment, the sheer joy. I love doing that.
Same. It just it's hard. I will say it is hard sometimes when, like, coming from my perspective, for example, I know that I do read out to Sonic often. I respect that guy a lot. I know for a fact that I've got a lot of community members in what's the word? Oh my gosh, word has just gone by. I share a lot of community members with him. He is one of the few streamers I do look up to. I think there's been a couple of times I've rated out to him because there's been nobody on for me, and it's like, what the hell? Where's everybody gone? Like half an hour ago, there was loads of people, now there's nobody. Hello. So I think Sonic is definitely one of those that I raid out to maybe a little too often. But I do still try my hardest to, especially raid out to my fellow CEOs. I do try and raid out to them, especially if I know that they're doing something like raising funds for charity. If they're, if they've hit a milestone, if they're doing something to celebrate something, I'll try my best to support them. If there's somebody I know that it's their affiliate party and stuff, I'll be like, yes, we're going to go here. And sometimes it's just like, do you know what? I fancy raiding somebody who's playing this game because I love this game and I want to show, support to this game, and I want to bring my community to somebody who is new to everybody, but it's a game we know. So I do try my best to raid out. But I'm also one of those that will always support new and upcoming people. If somebody was to join the community and be like, hey, I've got a question about streaming, can I ask? It's like, yeah, absolutely, go ahead. I'll give you the best advice that I can give you. Or if they go, hey, do you know what? I am like 5 people off hitting affiliate. I'll be like, fuck yes, guys, get in there and help them and do what you can. Or somebody comes to me and says, hey, I've got a friend. They're trying really hard to get affiliate. They just need a couple of people to sit in on them. I'll be like, guys, go do what you know. Do what you do best, So I do always encourage my community to help build up and support other streamers. And I genuinely don't know how many people at this point that we've helped reach affiliate status. And it's always really sweet when they come and they go, do you know what? I hit affiliate. Thank you so much. It's because of you. And I'm like, no, it's because of this community. And you, like, they wouldn't just do it to just support and then leave. They'll join if they want to join.
And I remember also having people helping me reach, for example, let's say when I was on the road to 1,000, they helped me get to 950. I remember someone specifically helping me out during my birthday stream to get to 1,000, and I was streaming for a while at the time on August 21st, and he was like, hey Blue, hold on, I'll be right back. I'm like, do you want to join? And I didn't know what he meant. And he kept going and coming and going. I was like, I didn't catch what you said. Did you want to join the game? Are you finishing up your? He's like, let me finish eating and I'll be right back. I'm like, okay. And then I saw my followers increase. I'm like, I wasn't like, okay, so I was 7 hours in and I've never streamed that long, and I probably won't because my bandwidth doesn't allow it. Because I was supposedly gonna be on for 12 hours, but my internet said enough for today, you piece of shit, at like 10 hours and 55 minutes. Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that.
And
you're
then,
not a piece of shit. I'm just gonna inject that.
I know. I just like say it out of comedy. But do you remember what was the first game you streamed, by the way?
Very first game I streamed, Fallout 4.
Oh wow. So
at the time my computer hated it. I had like 150 mods installed, and yeah.
People do
so
that with Skyrim, and I got a friend that does that. He has like over 1,500 mods in Skyrim, and then he reached a point where Skyrim said,
"It's a different game.
Yeah.
What are you playing? That's not Skyrim anymore. That's mods."
I know, but the game reached a point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna crash every 5 seconds. Good luck with that. And he abandoned it.
Yeah. Well, that's what was happening to me. So I had a wonderful friend. She pops back in every now and again. I love seeing her. But she came in and she was like, "Hey, if I bought you a game, would you play it?" And I was like, "Sure, all right, let's go for it." And she bought me Phasmophobia, and I hated her for that.
Oh my god!
Because I never played scary games. So it was like, oh my god! I would legitimately scream. I was a screamer when I got scared by Phas, and I think it was that. And then she dared me one time to go in by myself, and I was like, "Fuck no." So sorry.
No worries.
We did it again, and she was like, "How much for you to go in by yourself?" And I was like, I just threw out a random number thinking she wouldn't do it. I was like, 100 quid and I'll do it. She actually donated me £100, and I was like, "Are you taking the mickey?"
Wow.
So I had to go in by myself, and I was shitting it. I was screaming. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die!" And she was like, "No, you're fine. And I figured out the ghost, and I got out, and I was so happy. I was like, "Oh my god, you didn't die!"
Oh my god.
So it went from there. And I met other streamers from it, and I played with other streamers. I would still scream, I would still get scared. But I don't know, it just, from there, kind of like, I got into some other scary games, and
yeah.
And it's just the thrill. It's the thrill of playing spooky games that gets me. I think there's only ever been one scary game that I cannot play again. And it's From the Darkness.
Never heard of it.
That game terrifies me. Well, the worst part is nothing actually happens to you. There's nothing chasing you. You cannot die in that game. It's just very well-timed scares. But some of them aren't even like, boo, jump scare. Do you know what I mean? They're not terribly scary jump scares, but it's the atmosphere, it's the story, it's the puzzle. I think there was only one that still absolutely scares the shit out of me, and it's when you flip a light switch and it's this damn doll that just bursts at your face. And like, don't like it. That's the one only game I cannot play again. I tried, and I just had a panic attack, and I was like, nope.
Oh my god.
Let's not play this one again.
Yeah, the people that watch me love chaos, so I try to give them either, because I struggle a lot in games with or without chaos, even in like Disney Dreamlight Valley. Which is a simple, very, very chill game. I struggle there. Yeah. And I'm like, they love the witty comments. For example, I was running one time in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and all of a sudden I stumbled upon Moana. And she was dancing, and then she stopped and said, "Oh, the sky is so pretty today." And then she went back to dancing, and I was like, "You stopped your dancing to tell me this?" And then I turned my character to the camera. I'm like, I can't with that game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I like the chaos element as well. I think the most chaotic game that I've played so far was Cult of the Lamb with crowd control on.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
now
God.
They added multiplayer to it. I need to try that.
Yeah, I've not done that yet. Yeah, I would love to do that sometime.
Yeah, my most chaotic game was, or still is, GTA 5, but I have the Chaos mod installed, whereas every 30 seconds there's chat can vote, like people can vote in chat, for example, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, they choose from it. and then there's 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, and then they choose from it. And I've like the past streams of GTA 5 with the Chaos mod, I've only done so far like probably 5 missions. I was stuck on one mission, one stream.
Oh no. I think that, well, I mean, I say it's chaos, but with crowd control on Cult of the Lamb, for
Yeah.
example, if somebody redeems the poop and vomit, everybody in your cult poops and vomits at
Been
the
there.
same time.
Been there.
And when
I've
you've
been
got,
there.
if you've got over 100 little cult followers being sick and pooping everywhere, it's like, what the hell is this?
Especially if
When
it
they
leads
spam
you, especially if it drives you crazy. It drove me crazy to a point where my save file, I had to delete it because I was like, I couldn't get logs. I couldn't do anything. Everybody hated me in my cult. Everybody was shitting and
Yep.
vomiting, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yep. I was like, seriously, guys, can we not? I think somebody spammed it 5 times, so they were pooping and shitting everywhere 5 times. Everybody was really unhappy, and I was just like, this has just become a cleanup sim. I'm cleaning up. What is going on? Can we please stop? Stop it now.
Oh my
And
god.
there's everybody kind of farting at me.
I mean-
and vomit, and I was like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. So I have a question. What are your limits regarding your streams? Like, what would piss you off? What's the big no-no? Besides graphic artists and bots, what could get someone's message to be deleted, or what could get someone banned?
So for my moderator's point of view, I have some absolutely amazing people who are moderators. For one of them, her limit is sexualizing me. So if anybody comes in and is like, oh my god, you're so hot, I really want to do this, that, and the next thing to you, instantly gone. I don't even see it. It's gone that quick.
Oh my god. But
Um,
speaking of like the sexualism part, you said something that time when I was like 2 streams ago, I think, or like when I was there. You said something that cracked me up so bad. We were talking about like I think Kaylee was mentioning something, and we were talking about like when's the last time we got laid, and then he said, well, last week I haven't gotten dick. That was this last week. I burst into laughter. Like,
yeah, when everybody's like, oh, it's been a year since I've been dicked, I'm like, well, it was last week for me.
the
How
way
dare
you said it was funny.
Yeah, no, we pull stuff like that a lot. I'm not shy when it comes to talking about like sexual health and sexual things, and if people have questions, we're open to questions. But when it's just objectifying myself as a streamer, I know for a fact that that does not sit well with my moderators. I think the biggest thing, for me, that would end stream for me would be just being picked on. Because there is times when my moderators will disappear if they think that chat is, behaving themselves, and 9 times out of 10 they do.
Uh-huh.
But there was a time I couldn't get a hold of any of my moderators, and I was just like, guys, I'm struggling. Help, please help. And even with my VIPs and everybody in chat, actually, all just absolutely shutting down this person. They kept on going, and they kept messaging me in Discord. They kept messaging me on stream. They kept messaging me in Twitch. On every platform you can imagine where I have a presence, they were messaging me there, and they were saying really hurtful things. And I'm just like, guys, I have to raid out. I can't keep going. So I just, I raided out and I ended stream, and that was only 4 hours into a stream. And for me, I do really long streams, so 4 hours was just awful.
Scratching the surface, yeah.
I think the other time that I've ended stream was when my computer just kept crashing, and I just got really disheartened. I was like, do you know what, guys? I can't keep coming back. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on. I'm so sorry. So, I just raided them out, and I was like, I won't be coming back. So there's no point in hanging around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's probably the only times I've really stopped in the middle of a stream. I usually give as good as I get. So if somebody comes in and is like trying to be a troll, I'm usually like, so why do you have that as a point of view? Who's hurt you? And I try and get an answer from them, but 9 times out of 10 they just disappear like a fart in an elevator, and I'm like, I knew it.
Oh my god.
I knew it.
Yeah.
And I let chat get a little bit crazy with that. It's like, go ahead and troll the troll for a little bit, and then we'll stop.
So one time I was ending my stream while I was raiding out, and I was using my PNG tuber, I think I was doing Phasmophobia with JR Cash at the time, I think.
Mhm.
But then I noticed Automod, and then Michael Nothing tells me he notices something in Mod View, and
Oh,
all I saw was like Russian, and I was like,
ah,
I know a little bit of Russian, and I didn't read all of the words that have been said, and if you read a certain word in a certain way, it means something else. So I thought he was
ah.
asking something about something educational, but I was like, why did Automod like not let that through? And then when I looked back, and then I tried Google translating it, and then he was like cocksucker. I'm like, well, he's gone now, but
Oh.
he has a point. He's stating facts.
I love that. Sorry.
No
It's
worries.
like, yeah, and your point being, yeah,
Yeah,
I enjoy it. You
yeah,
don't.
yeah. But then someone also like called me out, like jokingly. But then I was like not in a good mental state that day, and they
No.
told me like we were also talking about like the same topic that we mentioned, that about something sexual, like.
Mhm.
And then someone said, well, I said like I'm a tall guy, everything in me is big. And someone says, well, your ego is even bigger. I'm like, well, go big or go home.
Right, and I just some trolls. It's just like, can you just try harder,
No, and I
please?
know that person. I know
I've
that
had
person personally.
fair. So they should have known. They should have known, right? But I think when trolls come in and they say something so basic, and you're like, yeah, and it's just like, try harder.
Yeah.
I've had trolls come in and say, oh my god, like, you use Becky Four Eyes, and I'm like, yes, I wear glasses. What's your
Oh my
point? I've been
God.
called that since I was 13. Do you want to try again? It's like, and I love it when you spit something back at them, they just like, they have no answer as well, and you're just like, so
Yeah. I mean, you could have asked them like, hey, okay, I wear glasses. Are they pretty though? Do you like them?
I know,
Like,
right? I should
yeah,
have gone, stick, aren't they? My son helped me pick these.
yeah. And
It's true, my son has actually helped me pick my glasses.
there are some games that I try avoiding, but then I always go back to because I enjoy them. One of them is probably Fortnite or Minecraft, because there's always these these people that are underage, or like, let's say under 18, and
Yep.
they were I was modding for someone who only streams Minecraft and hardcore Minecraft. So they came in and they were like asking questions, and then every now and then, every 5 minutes, they do exclamation mark lurk, and then they say they're back. I felt like they were a kid, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, and are you gonna be lurking in and out? Is it something that you regularly do? Are you underage? Are you something? Because it started pissing me off, and to a point where like, okay, I'm very blunt and I'm very strict, and I have to just confront the person, and my impulsivity drives me to just like do things instantly and momentarily. So I was like, first thing, welcome in newly created account with like 4 days old. Second, how old are you? And then I repented and I regretted asking that, and then they were like, I'm 16, bro, and I'm like, okay, bye. You're gone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yep. It's one of my
Yeah.
biggest pet peeves right now on Twitch. I have it on my tags. I have it in my title, over 18, and I think people sometimes are like, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it's like, actually, it does. As somebody who is out and out there, an over 18 streamer, if they report me, I'm in trouble. Not them, me. And then
Yeah.
I lose everything I've worked hard on. I can lose my community, and I can lose the very little income that I get from it. So it does. It's a huge effect on me if somebody is underage. And I don't think they understand how devastating effect they can have.
I mean, they're not
and
mature
it's like-
enough to know, so, but also some people have, I've come across some people that are strictly 21 plus, and I would really
Yeah.
wish if Twitch was like very strict, at least 16 plus, not 13 plus.
Yeah, exactly. And the amount of people that are on Twitch that even I kind of go, ooh, come on,
Yeah.
take that somewhere else, please. It's just, I'm not a prude by any means, but some people do push the bench quite a bit. I mean, I'm a parent of a boy, and I know that he's going to come into, he's getting to that age. He's a tween right now, but he's 11. He's coming into the in between times of what might potentially be pure hell. But he will be curious about that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't be showing him Twitch. Twitch for me is about gaming, is about music. It's not a porn site, basically. There's places, and there's places for that, and I don't know, man.
I mean, they should make like for example, let's say like Twitch like 18 or Twitch Plus or Twitch Red, for example, if people wish to do that.
Yeah, I mean, they could easily. I mean, sex work is up to other people. That's up to them. Hats off to them. I don't hate them for what they do, but it's so easily accessible that makes it difficult for streamers like myself who do just want to, chat and joke and play certain types of games and stuff. It just makes it difficult because I still have to regulate myself. And then you kind of look at these other people and you're like, why are you getting away with that stuff? But I get into trouble if I even step over a line. If I play a game that unintentionally had naked bodies in it and I didn't know about that because the tag on Steam doesn't say that, I get in a lot of trouble for that. And it's just like, So, please, over 18 only. And if you're going to be underage, don't say how old you are. Just don't talk. Just
But some games, sometimes some games, like for example, Dying Light, The Beast. I was checking that out the other day, and it was like, we know you're this old, but like, hey, tell us again, how are you over 18? I'm like, Steam, I'm 30. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So, two more questions.
It's just press a button, isn't it? Yes.
Two more questions for this segment. How many hours per day or week do you spend on Twitch in general?
Days count, right? So probably about 6 out of 7 days.
Oh my god.
You find me lurking in a lot of places, and that's the funny thing. Like, I might not always talk. I'm a chatterbox, but there's so many places I am lurking. There's so many places I am in, and even if I'm not actively chatting, I'm there. I'm listening. I can have 3 tabs open. I can have YouTube open, and I could be playing a game. And I'm following everything that I'm listening to. So. Yeah, I'm in a lot of places.
Most of my waking hours, even at work, because I work as a sound engineer and DJ, and I work with like PCs and stuff at a radio station, so it's always accessible. And Twitch has been like, I've said it before, but here I go. I'll keep saying it. Twitch is kind of like someone holding my hand. Like, it's my safe place, and I cannot go on with my day if I don't have at least a familiar face open. And if I'm like, even if I have a sword, a diamond, I know I'm not forced or like have to be there, but I enjoy regardless of the role, and they all know that.
Exactly.
So to the new people out there who just started streaming or are thinking about it, what's one advice you want to give them?
Ooh, it's kind of like tied together, but one of them would be don't consider your numbers. All they'll do is disappoint you if you're expecting more. But also remember that even if you only have 5 or 6 people in your chat, imagine it to be that 5 or 6 people sitting in your room.
Those are the regulars. Those are the people that wait for you every time, and they expect you to be there.
Exactly. And you mean something to someone. So even if you only have 1 viewer, that one person is there every time. So don't consider your numbers. Just enjoy what you're doing and play what you enjoy. Don't play what's popular. And I know a lot of people will say, but if you want to grow. Actually, you'll find that you won't grow if you're playing the popular game if you're not enjoying it. I noticed that at some point I was streaming the Simpsons game, not Hit and Run, the Simpsons game from 2007. And I had like
at the end of the stream, I noticed that I have like double digits, and I was like,
Yeah.
this isn't even a popular game. Even Max Payne 3 that I still haven't finished yet. Like, people were there, and I'm like,
Yep.
I appreciate that. And you don't have to chat. You don't have to just be present. Just lurk away. I know who you are. I know I can see your names, and I'm not discouraging you or calling you out, or discouraging you, but I know and I appreciate that you guys are regulars and you support me that way, and
Yep.
and I'm happy about it. Sometimes I peak,
Exactly.
but other times I'm like, well, I know at the end when I'm running out, so I'm happy about it.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Just forever be happy with who's there. That's the best I can say.
We're gonna go into a fun segment, which is mini games. I've added
Okay.
a few mini games. Don't be worried. The first game we're gonna play is rename the game. It's a new game I added.
Oh.
So the goal of this
Okay.
mini game consists of simply coming up with different names for games using a chosen word. Like, let's say, for example, let's say the word is bean, for example. Alan Wake becomes Alan Bean. You just say Alan Bean, for example. Grand Theft Bean, the Bean Descendant, Bean Flipper, etc. So it's all improvised, and we have to think of a name, of a game name, modify one word from it. It shouldn't be like one word. It has to be like two or more words, and we have to do that for 1 minute until the timer runs out. So
Okay.
all right, so don't worry about it. It's gonna be funny. Today's word is salad.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start just to give you an example.
Sure.
The first salad.
What's that supposed to be? The first
First descendant. Yeah.
Okay. World of salad.
Sid Meier's Salad 7.
Salad phobia.
Oh my god. Salad Rising.
Boom salad.
Dead Salad.
Sons of the salad.
Dying Salad.
Escape the salad.
Salad Flipper.
Don't starve salad.
Salad Simulator.
Green salad.
Pokemon Salad.
Jesus. Salad 4.
The Binding of Salad.
7 days to salad.
Dead by Salad.
Abandoned salad.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Salad.
Back for salad.
Oh my god. Salad Arkham Asylum.
Cult of the salad.
Salad Coaster.
The ghost salad.
Kingdom Salads.
Hell salad 2.
Salad Fantasy.
Night of the salad.
The Salad, which is the quarry.
The salad trials.
Killer Salads from Outer Space.
Salad drive.
Texas Salad Massacre.
Ravenous salad.
Sketchy Salad.
Dang you. Salad View Valley.
Baldur's Salad.
Salad Business.
Call of Salad.
Salad Haven.
Counter Salad.
Salad Simulator.
Stardew Salad.
I said that one.
Okay, then I lose. And we have a winner. We have a winner. Good job on that. Good job on that.
Oh,
Nice one.
I did not have my Steam library up.
Oh my god. I had some names, I had some games up, like written down, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because the next game we're gonna play is called Play, Delete, Uninstall. So I've added this mini game, which is similar to Sleep or Kill, Marry, Sleep With.
Okay.
So I will name a set of 3 games each time. You'll have to tell me which one you'd play, which one you'd delete from existence or uninstall. Play, delete, uninstall. If you want, just you can write them down just to remember. And that also includes the whole franchise.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you have 3 jokers that allow you to either delete all of the games during one of the questions or keep all of them. You cannot uninstall, you cannot keep or delete 2, but you're also free to skip any of these questions if you feel stuck or blank out on one. I don't mind. So let's get started. The first 3 are Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, and Battlefield.
Oh god. Personally, I would never have any of them.
Okay.
But if I was forced to, I guess I would keep Call of Duty.
Okay.
Apparently they've got a zombie one.
Yep.
So I guess I'd keep Call of Duty.
Okay.
What was the other one?
Counter-Strike and Battlefield.
I've not heard of Counter-Strike.
It is the mother
I've
of
heard
these games.
Battlefield.
It is what started the trend with Call of Duty. Call of Duty copied Counter-Strike, and Battlefield is kind of like what EA did to copy them. So.
Oh, ick. No. Okay, well you said EA, so we'd delete Battle. Wait, what was the options again? Keep, delete, and uninstall?
Delete, uninstall. Play, delete, uninstall, yeah. And if you delete,
okay,
all of the franchise is gone. If you uninstall, you can only play it once. Like, consider it as a demo. You play it one time and then you uninstall and you cannot go back to it. Or you just finish it and then never come back to it.
Yeah. Okay, well, so I guess it would be COD. I would delete Battlefield because fuck EA. And I guess the first one.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm really bad with names.
No worries, no worries. This is why like you can write them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Apex, Fortnite, and Valorant.
Why are you hitting me with all these shooter games? I don't like shooter games.
You can skip. You can skip if you'd like, as I said.
Yeah, I've not actually played any of those. I feel
okay.
I don't really have an opinion on those.
So we're gonna skip the shooter games. We're gonna start slowly going into the horror side with Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, Diablo.
Okay, well, I've got Baldur's Gate. I really enjoyed that one. And I've enjoyed the second one of Baldur's Gate as well, so I would definitely keep that one.
Okay.
Sorry, the ADHD is really hitting hard. What was the second one? Baldur's Gate?
Elden Ring and Diablo.
Elden. Oh my gosh. Those are hard, because I've really enjoyed Diablo. I've not personally played Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of people who really like it. Oh,
this is the only segment where I can be a dick, where I allow myself to be a dick.
Yep. Yep. I can tell. Yep. This is hard. This is so hard.
That's what she said.
I think I would play the Joker. I think I would play the Joker on this one because
all right, keep them all.
Yeah, because they are for me they're really enjoyable. I've not played Diablo 4 yet. That's the only one I haven't played. But I enjoyed the other ones.
Okay, so Lethal Company, Content Warning, and Sketches Contract.
Definitely keep Sketches because I am a content creator for that one. Because it's fantastic and I think everybody should be into it. Content Warning, I find kind of boring. Sorry. I think I would probably delete that one, and the Lethal Company was the last option, I think.
Yep, so uninstall.
Uninstall, yeah.
Alright. Phasmophobia, Demonologist, Devour.
Oh, I got my start in Phasmo, but I played it for so much. I think I would delete Phas. I'm sorry.
I endorse that. I endorse that.
You said
Devour and Demonologist.
Devour and Demonologist. Oof. I think we'll keep Demonologist just because it's got a cat. So I guess I would leave uninstall for
Devour.
Devour.
Okay. The next
I enjoyed
ones.
it.
Yeah, the next ones are the Fallout series, Dead Space,
Oh,
and Mass Effect. All of them are
that's
zombie games, but in space,
yeah.
or post-apocalyptic games. So
That's a harsh one. Oh, because I still to play 1 and 2 for Fallout. I really loved Fallout New Vegas, including all of its DLCs. I really like Fallout 3. I love Fallout 4. 76 is but I think I've not played enough of it to form a true opinion on that one. So
okay,
I definitely have to keep it, I suppose.
okay.
You said Mass Effect. I know so many people who love
Yeah.
Mass Effect, and I've watched it. I guess I would just uninstall Mass Effect.
And then delete Dead Space. Okay,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I feel cruel. It's a hard one, that. Ugh.
It's gonna get harder, I reckon. So Visage, Madison, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Straight up, I believe it or not, I loved Madison.
Okay.
Such a good game. Fuck Bloonies, but I loved Madison. I would delete Visage.
Okay.
Because I personally I can't play it. It does trigger my PTSD, so that one goes in the bin. And Five Nights, I guess I'd play it and uninstall it.
Okay. So the next ones.
It's got some good ones, some rubbish ones, I guess.
Yeah. The next ones are Dead Island, Left 4 Dead, and Dying Light.
Oh no! Oh, I hate you. They're all so good. Damn you!
You have two jokers
Joker
left.
on this one.
Okay.
I'm using my Joker on this one. They're all way too good. I would keep all of them. Sorry.
Okay. So Daisy, The Forest, and The Quarry.
Ooh. I've not played The Quarry, so I guess I would.
Uninstall.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What was it? Forest and Daisy. That's another hard one.
You
I
can
played the first Forest. I haven't played the second Forest.
you can skip as well, in case you run out of jokers.
No, do you know what? I'm going to go unpopular. I'm going to delete Daisy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll keep the Forest.
All right. Fair enough. The next ones are Don't Starve Together, Hades, and Cult of the Lamb. They fall into the spoopy aspect, but they're more survival craft.
Okay. Is it Cult and
Hades, Cult, and DST.
Hades? Oof. I think I would skip this one.
Okay.
I've only played Cult of the Lamb. I haven't actually played the other two.
Okay, I highly recommend Don't Starve Together, by the way.
I have it, I just haven't had the joy of playing it yet.
I have over 1,000 hours PC and console combined in this game.
Hey, do you want to play it sometime together?
Yeah, why not? Yep, why not? It's all about it gets spoopy and it gets very creepy and scary at some points, but once you get the hang of it, you're a master in it.
I
All
probably die a lot.
Okay, so Alan Wake, Resident Evil, and The Evil Within.
Oh god. That's hard. I've heard really good stuff about Alan Wake. I've not actually I've not played that yet either. I think my husband has that. So I'll probably keep that one.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of love for Resident Evil, but there's also a lot of really shit puzzles in it. What was the last one?
And
Sorry?
Ashley is so damn annoying in some of the games.
Oh god, yes. She deserves
Leon,
to be
Leon, I'm here, over here.
Don't like her. What was the last
Evil
game?
Within.
Evil Within. Do you know, I watched a couple of people play Evil Within. It was super janky, so I think we'd delete that one.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
and then we'll uninstall RE.
Okay. So Dead Rising, The Mortuary Assistant, and The Walking Dead.
That's another hard one. I've not played The Walking Dead. I think I've seen it, but I'm not sure.
The one that's story-based,
Maybe
like
uninstall
Telltale
it?
Games? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe uninstall it because I haven't had the joy of playing it.
Okay.
Mortuary or
Dead Rising.
or Dead Rising. I quite like the Mortuary Assistant, to be fair.
Okay.
So keep that one, and I'll delete Dead Rising.
No worries. Dead Rising is kind of like you've heard of Saints Row, right? Saints
Yeah.
Row. Yeah, so it's the Saints Row of horror games, of zombie games actually. It's like a spoofy one. So it's quite
Yeah.
funny. I hope they remaster all of them, all 5 games, because I would really wanna like own all of them because I have the 5th one. And I think
Yeah.
the 6th one came out recently and I haven't picked it up yet. But yeah. So Dead by Daylight, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Killer Clowns.
Oh shit. I don't like clowns.
Okay.
So I'm stuck between deleting DBD and Killer Clowns.
You can
just
delete them
because
all. You can delete them all.
Yeah.
All right.
done.
All right.
Right.
I'm gonna give you one
Sorry.
more Joker. It's fine. I'm gonna give you one more Joker, so that rounds it up to 4 Jokers. Project
Okay.
Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, The Last of Us.
Ooh, I really liked the story in Last of Us. Like, genuinely, really enjoyed it. It was just so badly optimized for PC. That would be the only reason I would delete it, just because it's so shitty for PC. The
Okay.
story was fantastic, and I would play it again if it was remastered.
Okay.
So unfortunately, that would make me delete that one.
Okay.
Sorry, my short-term memory really is
No worries.
absolutely caca.
Project Zomboid and
Project Zomboid.
7 Days to Die.
7 days. You make me think really hard about this. I've played all of them, and I enjoyed all of them.
I haven't-
think maybe
I haven't played Last of Us and I have Project Zomboid lined up.
yeah, for me, Project Zomboid was really difficult to learn. It has quite a steep learning curve.
Yeah.
So I guess for that reason, I would uninstall it, and I would keep 7 days.
Okay. The amount of time
Yeah.
people have killed me in 7 days. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they were like,
I like
yeah,
that.
they were like, how do you manage to keep your calm? I'm like, well, it's just a game and it's funny, so
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just
mind.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so Subnautica, Raft, and Rust.
Ooh, okay. So, honest time, I've not played Subnautica. and I
Both of
really
them are
should.
scary. Both games. And then there's a third one coming,
Yeah.
like Subnautica 2 is coming, and it's deemed to be multiplayer.
Oh,
hmm
okay. Well, I guess it would have to go. Subnautica would just have to go into uninstall.
Okay.
Rust I would delete, and Raft I fucking love Raft. It's such a cozy game, and the fact that you can switch off the shark so Bruce can just
Oh.
swim with you.
Can you?
I love it. Yeah. You can. If you put it on too easy, he doesn't attack you. He just swims with you.
Oh,
So you got a little friend the whole time.
okay. I did not know that. So Little
Yeah.
Nightmares, Alien, and Silent Hills. The Alien series, of course.
Sorry, you said Alien, Silent Hill, and
Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares. I think I would keep Little Nightmares, probably delete Alien, and uninstall Silent Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go outside. Well, just scratching the surface between kind of like suspense horror, but not that much of a horror, with Tomb Raider, Uncharted, and Assassin's Creed.
Okay. Oh, that's a hard one. I would keep Tomb Raider.
Uh-huh.
Assassin's Creed and
Uncharted.
Uncharted. I've not played Uncharted, so I'll say delete and uninstall Assassin's Creed.
Same thing, like the same amount of like hate and disrespect you have to EA, I have towards Ubisoft, but Assassin's Creed has my heart. I'm a big slut for
Fair.
Assassin's Creed. A big slut, honestly. I love
Fair.
them, and I own some of the games on disc, and I own the other half on digitally. But I'm planning on just gathering them all on disc. So I'm gonna start like gathering what I don't
I love
have,
that idea.
which is probably Shadows, which is gonna come out in November. I'm gonna pre-order it, and there's a big hatred towards Shadows, by the way, because there's an African American character in Japan, like in the samurai game, but it's based on someone
heard.
that's real. It's a real person.
Yeah,
And then
I've heard of all the hate.
he can't be stealthy. He can't do anything. But you have the other character that is the opposite of him. So I don't see why the hate is there. And Assassin's Creed Project Hex, that's Hexe, the one after that, which is set during in Germany and Italy during the witch trials. It's going to be all about witches and wizards, and I'm highly anticipating that. It's in 2026.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting.
I'm missing Assassin's Creed 3. I'm missing Black Flag, which is my least favorite. Yeah, my least favorite, but
Yeah,
it's
I
a
think
fan
it's
favorite.
for a lot of people as well, actually.
No, it's a fan favorite.
From what? Really?
Yeah.
A number of people I've spoken to said they didn't like it. They just liked the sea shanties.
Everybody's
feel
so far.
Assassiny enough.
Yeah, everybody that I've asked so far said AC4 Black Flag is the best. I'm like, I prefer Syndicate and I love
Confused
Mirage.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I've watched of them, I would say all the other ones kind of fit into this little narrative that I have. I think Black Flag is the only one that's out with that because it doesn't seem assassiny enough.
Yeah.
And then I watched the one where they're like.
I'm also
Vikings
missing.
and stuff.
Yeah, I'm also missing Rogue, which I'm probably gonna be getting delivered on Sunday because the guy that owns the shop I know, he's keeping it with him, and he lives near my work. So yeah, and then there's Valhalla, which I was swearing at it. I even used the C word, like the see you next Tuesday.
What? Yeah.
During the gameplay, and I was like, oh, I'm done with this game. I'm done with this game.
Oh, it angered you that much? Wow.
Yeah, I'm at a level 54 or 55, and all of the other missions are like very far away. The closest one was me fighting a wolf, and the wolf is level 90.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. And then I managed to just, after 5 deaths in a row, glitch it, and I killed it. Don't know how.
Nice.
Don't care. I'm not going back.
Fair.
All
yeah,
right.
can't replicate that. We're not touching that again.
Yeah. So the final three
Fair.
ones are the final 3 questions, which are 9 games: Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, and Persona. You have 1 joker left.
Ooh, yeah, no, I think I'd have to use that on that one's. I love Kingdom Hearts, and I really, I wish I had the money because I would definitely get the recent ones that came out.
3. Third one is my favorite.
Yeah. There's something nostalgic about it. It's about the Disney that I grew up with.
Try looking on Alki Shop. Alki
I
Shop.
might have to.
There are discounts. So you know how 7 Days to Die is highly priced right now, like 45 quid or something. So I got it. Yeah, I got it from Alki Shop for like half the price.
Damn.
And
I
bought it for like,
forever.
probably bought for the giveaway. I bought like 3 or 4 copies, and I gave them away during my birthday. So yeah, it was like $17 each.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me. The heck? I've had 7 days for forever, and I don't remember it being that
Because
much.
it released on console, and they wanted to match the console price
Fair.
after 1.0.
Oh, yeah, it's like 37 quid on PC. Damn, Steam. Steam.
Yeah. So the final 2 are Fall Guys, Party Animals, and Chained Together.
Well, Fall Guys will not work for me at all. It doesn't matter what platform I get it on, doesn't work for me. So delete that shit.
Okay.
Party Animals I've not had the joy of playing, but I've watched it and it looks like hella fun. So I would keep that one.
Okay.
And I guess I would uninstall Chain Together, yeah.
Okay.
It was fun, but I don't see the replayability.
Okay.
It sounds a bit weird. I don't see how you could, unless you play it with like more people and, you know, then maybe add something more to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not much I can see replayability wise.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And the last ones are Cyberpunk, GTA, and Saints Row.
Oh, which one had it so you could smack somebody in the face with a giant dildo?
Saints Row,
wasn't it? Just for that fact alone, I think I would keep Saints Row.
I have two versions of it. The Middle East version, which is on console, which is very, very like censored. You can't even have nudity in it. And then I bought it.
Damn.
I got it from Epic when it went free for a day. And on that version, I make my character run in a jockstrap.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
So Saints Row. I would keep just for the stupidity.
Okay. GTA and Cyberpunk.
Damn, this is where it gets hard because GTA is from Scotland.
Is it?
Ironically, the developers were Scottish. So I don't know if they were for the first ones, but they were definitely for
Dan and Sam Hauser or something.
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's them.
One of them left the company, or both of them left. I don't know.
Yeah, because it was Dundee. It's Rockstar in Dundee.
Yeah,
sure.
Take-Two Entertainment.
So,
yeah.
So were Scottish. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess I would uninstall it just because it's Scottish.
All right.
And I guess we would delete the other one.
All right. So the last game is very chill. It's called This or That.
Okay.
So in this mini game, I will name stuff each time. You have to choose one or the other. Just go with whatever you wanna.
Sure.
So soda or sparkling water?
Soda.
Okay. Normal milk or chocolate milk?
Normal milk.
Iced tea lemon or iced tea peach?
Peach, because I'm allergic to citrus.
Okay. Lipstick or mascara?
Lipstick.
Daytime or nighttime?
Nighttime.
Okay. Personal vehicle or public transport?
If I could afford a car, I would have a car.
Okay. So, walking.
Car. Yeah, but see, I'm in a wheelchair, so I get pushed, so it's okay.
Okay. TV series or movie?
TV series.
Okay. Coffee or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
All right. That's it for segment 2. Now we're gonna go into segment 3, which is sort of a lightning round, but more of a pop quiz about you.
Okay.
Do you mind telling me and the listeners what's your daily routine? Something you always like to do? Probably lately you started like doing something and it's become regular now?
Doom scrolling on X, and I hate myself for it.
Fair enough. If you ever were to be any object or creature, real or fictional, what would you be and why?
I would definitely be a cat because they live a pampered life.
One of the people I stumbled upon or I came across on Twitch said that they have a 20-year-old cat.
Wow, that's old. I had a 19-year-old cat. She probably would have carried on a little bit longer, but she ended up getting kidney disease, unfortunately.
Yeah. My cousin had a dog, Stella. She lived probably 18 or 19 years, but then Stella started like not having kidney disease or something, but like she started probably doggy Alzheimer got to her and she started like being all silly. Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I've had old pets get like that.
If it was my choice, I would be either a cactus or a unicorn with 2 horns and wings?
It's what do they call that?
Tony Pegasus.
Yeah, no, they call it alicorn in My Little Pony.
Oh no, I'm going by with what the Simpsons called it. It's a Tony Pegasus.
A Tony Pegasus.
What would you do with $1 million?
I would pay off my debt, pay off my family's debt, and I guess I'd get a house, and with the rest of it, I put part of that into an account for my son and share the rest of it on Twitch with some of my favorite people.
What's one thing or person you cannot live without?
Oh, that's a hard one. It's either going to be my son or my cat.
You can skip.
Yeah, no, I would say my son.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. So, what's your comfort off-stream game?
That's a hard one. I've got a couple. I think my favourite one recently off stream has been Hard Space Shipbreaker and Sticky Business.
Okay.
I make stickers. Sticky Business, you just make stickers, and Hard Space Shipbreaker, you break ships.
Sticky Business, I need to check that out.
You should. It's such a cute little game. You get there's all sorts of little DLCs and stuff that they've got. And I think most of them are free.
Yeah.
Actually.
There is
I think I'm going to pay for one.
Speaking
We've got
of
like pride stickers and everything.
Yes.
You can make stickers like frog faces, and they're cute as heck. And you sell them, and there's like little storylines that you follow, and they're like, "Hey, I love your stickers. Can you make me a sticker?" And it's yeah, of course.
I love
so you make the little
simulator
that they
games.
Want and it sells.
Yeah, I love simulator games. But there's a game that's kind of similar. Like it's a stationary selling game. I highly recommend it. It's similar to Among Us, but like you have to just pick out who's the imposter is. But it's such a fun game. Dale and Dawson Stationary Supplies.
I think that's just come out, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that. It looks funny as heck.
Yep. So what's one thing you spend a lot of money on besides cat food and games?
Oh no, I don't want to admit it. Mobile phone games.
That's also games, so I'll give it. It's okay.
Okay, dresses.
Fine.
Dresses, yeah.
Okay.
I wear them on stream, so I can kind of wrangle it sometimes that it's for work expenses.
That's nice. So, if you had one special superpower, what would it be and why? And how would you use it?
This is a hard one. It's a bit of a personal hit one. I would remove people's chronic pain.
Yeah.
I wouldn't remove pain completely, because a life lived without some form of pain you can't learn from. But chronic pain I would remove.
Just
for sure, for anybody and everybody.
Send them my way. I would be the pain of their life.
But honestly, it would be the one thing that I would. Chronic pain is definitely one of those that's misunderstood by a lot of people, and thinks that you're being lazy or that you're exaggerating the pain that you're in. A lot of doctors don't believe it's real and just tell you to get more exercise and to eat a healthy diet. And it's just like, it's not as simple as that. So that would be my power to remove chronic pain.
Yeah, mine would be teleportation. Teleportation would be mine.
That sounds like a fun one.
Yeah. So what are your favorite hobbies?
I have a lot of them. As somebody with ADHD, I love everything. Everything is a hobby. I think right now it's doing the diamond painting and colouring. They're both things I can get lost in for many hours.
Nice. So this is the 3-part question. What's one of your all-time favorite songs, or a song that you've been keeping on repeat lately?
I really enjoy listening to Blue October, and one of the songs I listen to quite often is definitely their song. Oh my god, I've I've got it on repeat, but I can never remember what it's called. Go me! I'll have to look it up. It's a beautiful song, and it talks about pain and getting over it and stuff. Let me have a look.
In the
I think
meantime,
it's called Fear.
It's called Fear. Yeah. In the meantime, mine would be
Fear.
Fear by who? Who sings it?
Blue October.
Oh, Blue October. Okay. So mine would be M83. That's the name of the band, and it's called Midnight City.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good one.
It is. If you hear it, you'll know it. It's very popular if you hear it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what's one of your all-time favorite movies?
Oh, that's a hard one. I really like Ponyo. Honestly, anything with by Studio Ghibli.
Okay.
Yeah. But Ponyo is a fun one.
Mine, I don't remember. Well, last time I checked, it was like The Fault in Our Stars, but I outgrew this movie. But I think any comedy movie would be my favorite. I don't have a specific favorite one, honestly.
Yeah, no, that sounds fair.
Yeah. So what's one of your all-time favorite talk show, game show, or TV series?
Oh, that's evil. I've not watched TV in a long time.
You can skip. Or it can be Netflix, it could be anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I've got it on Disney Plus. I'm still catching up with it. Believe it or not, it's actually Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, what? Wait, Disney? What studio is Grey's
Disney
Anatomy? Initially.
Oh, that's a good question.
ABC?
I think it's Fox.
Oh,
yeah,
Fox.
Something like that.
Well, yeah, Fox.
Maybe?
The Simpsons, yeah.
Yeah, it could be the Fox. It could be Fox. I can't quite remember who it is, but it's owned by Disney now.
Well, kind of like everything else.
Yeah, so it certainly seems that way nowadays.
Mm-hmm. They don't own Harry Potter yet, so
yet.
Yeah.
Fair.
Anyways, so if your life was ever to be a video game, what would it be named and why?
Oh God. Oh, I've never thought about that. Honestly, I don't know. I don't feel I'm exciting enough.
You can skip
I don't think people would want to play. Yeah, no, I'd have to skip that. I genuinely have no idea.
Okay. So these are food-related questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite drink of choice? Alcoholic and soft.
I can't drink alcohol much anymore, but it would have been Baileys. I really like Baileys. And I just there's this peach flavored water that I get from Morrison's. It's sparkling water, but it's really nice. So yeah, it would have to be them.
Okay. What's the weirdest food you've ever had?
I used to dip my fries in my McFlurry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen in Two Broke Girls. It's a sitcom. So they usually have you seen it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they invented cake fries.
Max,
yeah.
Right?
Cake fries. And then there's Jennifer Coolidge. You're sitting in my booth.
Sit in my booth.
I have one of the redeems where they were gonna get evicted or something, and they had to just grab anything, or probably the landlord called, and then Max was like, "Quick, grab 2 things you love," and then she puts her hands on her boobs.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things. I have it at redeem on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I I don't know what it is though. It's just fries and some sort of ice cream or custard. It's
That's
really
fair.
nice, actually.
That's fair. Mine would be ketchup on rice.
Okay. No, I can see that. That works.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What's your favorite comfort food of all time?
The thing I turn to most right now is Maltesers.
Ooh.
I have a bit of a thing for Maltesers right now.
Oh my god, they're so good.
They really are. And I might. It's one of those things for me. I tend to like eat it for a while and then it'll fall off by the side. So, but for right now, it's Maltesers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So the last question of the segment is: what's your favorite food or a traditional food from your country?
Haggis.
I
Is
was
definitely
gonna
my
say
favorite
haggis. I was gonna say besides haggis, but haggis. What is haggis
Yeah.
specifically? What is it made of?
It's traditionally it was made in a sheep's stomach. It's not that now. It's not that now.
Okay.
But it's like, is it oats? I don't think it's oats, but it's like that. It's like oats and spices and meat and things. Let's see what Dr. Google says.
Dr. Google. I call him Dr. Google as well.
Just haggis knows haggis. Google knows everything.
Haggis knows about Google.
Yeah, right. Scottish dish consisting of a sheep's or calf's offal mixed with suet, oatmeal, and seasoning, and boiled in a bag. Traditionally, when made from the animal's stomach. It's obviously not made with the stomach now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Because they used to make it tight in the sheep's stomach and then bury it for a while.
Fair enough.
Don't bury it now.
Fair enough.
But
Okay.
it's actually really nice.
Okay.
It is really nice.
All right. So this is the mental health segment. In this segment, we'll be talking about a lot of things between mental health and life experiences. This is not an easy subject to talk about. I've had a lot of dark subjects in past episodes, so today's subjects might not be as morbid or as dark, but they're a little bit heavy. And if any of you listening feel like you might get bothered at some point, feel free to dip out. Feel free to just skip on the segment. Mental health is not an easy subject to talk about. So I asked Nana what she would like to discuss, and she said depression, suffering from SAD. Her son is AUDHD, which is autistic, and ADHD. And she suspected him like being both. Also having a huge imposter syndrome, which we're going to talk about each stage. I prepared questions. And she said, as well as a situation from her streaming past that impacted her and why she is the way she is. Then she said streaming again and supporting others. So Nana, let's start with the depression part. How did it impact your life?
Well, for the longest time, I just apparently so I have a stepdad, but he's dad. He came into my life when I was 4, and he said even back then it was very obvious that something was going on. I was a very serious 4-year-old. And it's been one of those things where it's kind of come and gone in waves, and for a lot of people they'll find that they have episodes of depression as well. And I would like to preface that depression makes you sad, but being sad does not mean you are depressed. Depression is one of those that does affect you in quite a number of ways. Whereas just generalized feeling of being sad is not necessarily a symptom of being depressed. You can be sad and depressed, but I don't believe that sadness equals depression. I just want to get that out there. Movies are one of my biggest bugbears when the character goes, "I'm so depressed today, I can't stop crying." That's not just what depression is. It's a whole host of other symptoms that, whilst including being sad is one of them, I think movies and TV shows tend to romanticize it a little bit.
Aggravated, yeah.
It's not as simple. Yeah, it's not as simple as just not being able to get out of bed. It has a whole host of other things. And growing up being depressed, you pull back from a lot of things. You don't want to be involved in things because you feel like you're going to be a bother. It's a little bit like being like Eeyore, where you feel like you're always under some form of cloud, where you always feel that people aren't going to want to be around you because you don't feel like you're good enough. So it impacted a lot of things growing up. I didn't have a lot of close friends. I found it hard to make friendship. I didn't enjoy being alive, honestly. I did have ideation of doing the game over. It never got quite that bad, but it's still, like I said, it still affects me now. I'm one of the lucky ones where talking therapy works for me. But I did do the whole rigmarole of going through all sorts of different medications and trying all sorts of the things that doctors and stuff love to give you, and found that not a lot of it really worked. It's hard. It's hard. Depression is one of those things that can really make or break a person. It can really make or break relationships as well if you don't have somebody who understands. And for me personally, it's one of those things where sometimes I just need a hug and to be wrapped up like a burrito in a blanket, and to have a head pat and be told it's okay.
Yeah. So you also mentioned SAD or SAD, or is it just the word sad that you said, or does it mean something?
So SAD stands for seasonal affective disorder, and that tends to affect people who are. There's two sides to it. You can either have winter seasonal affective disorder, or you can have summer seasonal affective, and that makes it where, for me personally, I have the winter version. So as it gets darker, I just want to hide more. I want to sleep more. I find that I do end up sleeping more. The grumpiness, it's hard to explain with it not sounding like it's also depression, because there's the not wanting to eat, there's the wanting to sleep for all of the hours, there's the grumpiness, there's being affected by low light, and a big vitamin deficiency drop that happens around about this time of year. Some people find that going abroad helps fix it. For myself, I have a lamp that's 15,000 lumens, which is really bright if you don't know how lights work. And keeping to a routine helps that as well, because then I could use my light for an hour during the day and an hour at the middle of the day, and then that way it helps keep me boosted enough to do the things I need to do, and then I can go and hibernate like an angry bear.
I can understand that. I have something that's opposite of that, like it's insomnia, and sometimes I found out at some point in my life I have also astral projection.
Okay.
Yeah, so whereas astral projection is the state of either sometimes you just laying in bed watching something and you'd feel like a loud thud, like as if your body was thrown onto the bed from the sky. Either if you're asleep or not. It might lead to sleep paralysis, but it's also
Okay.
not
I've heard of
generally
that.
sleep paralysis. I'm recalling myself and like just going back down memory lane, and I think at some point I had sleep paralysis once or twice, where I was
Sleep
like,
paralysis is
yeah,
fun.
where I was like stuck in a dream where I'm like conscious, but I can't get myself to wake up.
Yeah, I've had that. I've experienced that before. It's not a pleasant feeling, and feeling like you're screaming, but you're not actually making a sound.
Yeah.
And it turns out you are actually screaming, but to you it doesn't feel like you're screaming.
Yeah.
I've had that kind of like you're waking up and you're just pinned there, and you feel like you're screaming, but nothing's coming out. But to
Yeah.
everybody else, it's like, yeah, no, you were screaming.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry.
So back to what you said about your son. How do you manage and cope with your son's ADHD? Also, since ADHD can also have autism as well, and vice versa. How did you get him diagnosed? Like, was he diagnosed from a young age or recently? Because I've been diagnosed since I was 6 with ADHD.
We were very lucky that he got diagnosed when he was 2.5, almost 3. And it started off with just small things when he was a baby. Like babies like to sit there and like put their hands from like palm up to the back up, and flip them like that. But he would do it with the opposite hands. So if one hand was palm up, the other hand was, the back of the hand facing up, and he would do it like that. And it wouldn't just be a quick thing and, like, oh gosh, it's my hand. He would do that a lot. He wouldn't sleep very much as well. He was a very, very quiet baby. And then there was more things as he started getting older that kind of was just like, okay, this is different from what I remember of my siblings growing up, from my friends' children and stuff. It started when he was walking and things. He would like to put everything in a very specific line. He would line everything up. And if you moved something out of that line, he would get angry. Like, beyond normal kid, like, oh my God, you're touching my thing. He would get angry. And he couldn't talk very clearly until he was 5. But he was, it was things with lines and numbers. He was incredibly smart with numbers very quickly. Very, very quickly. And there was a couple of specialists that we saw, because there was a couple of other things going on I don't want to talk about, but it was the lines, and it was a couple of other triggers that was like, that's very interesting, and his absolute aversion to a lot of things. So we were lucky. We got him seen by a specialist, and I wish I was joking when I said we walked in, we sat down, and the specialist instantly went, yeah, I don't even have to watch your son. Just watching him go from your arms to the toy box tells me exactly he is autistic. And I was like, how? And he was like, just the absolute lack of eye contact, for one. He's in a new place. He ignored me. Like some children, they usually would come up and greet other people. They would, they'd be interested in stuff. Nope. He was zeroed in on that toy box, and he went there. And he watched my son line up all the toy cars. He wouldn't play with them. He would just line them up. And the specialist went, yep, that's very clear. I mean, we stayed there for the full hour, and he wrote everything down, and he was like, autistic. And he was like, he's very incredibly hyper as well. I'm going to speak to my colleagues, and we'll get another test. He might be have ADHD as well. I was like, okay. So we saw them, and it was confirmed by 3 different doctors that he was autistic and has ADHD.
Yeah, because
Um,
autistic people tend to act like differently, and I've
yeah.
gotten a lot, especially ADHD people as well. Because I've gotten, growing
Mhm.
up, I gotten a certain backlash. Probably it's because of like the culture and where I live. But growing up back in 2008, so I take
Mhm.
Ritalin for ADHD, and I was very turbulent as a kid. So at some point, the principal at my school was like, "We don't want him anymore." After like when I reached grade 9 or grade 8, they were like, "We don't want
Yeah.
him anymore." They started coming up with the nastiest reasons, like, "Oh, he's crazy. He takes pills. He's doing stuff." The, just to get me off of their chest.
That's awful.
If it
I'm
happened
sorry.
now, if it had to happen now, I think they would look at it in a different way. But yeah, what
Yeah.
happens happens.
Yeah.
But so you also said imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome for those who don't know?
So it's these intense feelings of not feeling like you're good enough, like what you're achieving means nothing,
Hmm.
that uh anything you do nobody cares about, and that the people who are there aren't there because they like you, they're there because they want to laugh at you. And I think it's slightly different for everybody who has it, but it's definitely a big drawback. To me, that's why for me, I don't tend to reach out to people very much, and try and do more collaborations. It makes me fearful of trying like different platforms and things and reaching out on different places, because I just feel like nobody, well, it's not me, it's this voice that tells me I'm not good enough, and it says, you know what, nobody actually cares. You're not that interesting. You're not as fun as you think you might be. So what I do to combat that is I write down everything that people have done for me. So whenever somebody is in like in my channel, for example, and they sub, or they gift subs, or they give bits, you'll see me going and writing it down. And that's just one small way that I remind myself that people care. And it's the same way as like when
Yeah,
when I'm streaming and stuff. It's
yeah.
like, yeah,
So
it's harsh.
something that people or I have kind of like developed over the years since like 2020 up until recently is me not being able to just show emotion like physically. Like if
Yeah.
someone told me they love me, for example, I'd say, "Oh, you, that's gay," for example.
Mm.
I'd say, for example, like I try to be tough, but then how I show affection and how I show that I care to people is by suggesting them as raids, for example, gifting subs, just being a very holy little burden on them.
Yeah.
Wholesome, actually wholesome burden. And how I really discovered that is when my friend and Maud, she made people sign a card for my birthday, and I wasn't expecting that because I did that for her birthday, and I do that for a lot of people's
Yeah.
birthdays. So I couldn't cry, and I was scared that people might think I'm being fake. I can't
Yeah.
cry easily. Like I don't cry easily, but I keep it at heart. I check it every single day. Every now and then, when I need cheering up, I just look at the card on my phone,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, I know I've given up all of my friends. I've given up on all of my friends here where I live because they're all
Yeah.
just doo-doo shite and assholes. And like
Yeah.
my latest best friend, well, I still have one, but I've been friends with him for over like 20 years, and he's like a year or two younger than me.
Mm.
Besides him, My former best friend of 7 years, I just like walked out of his life without saying anything. All I said was like, I need a break. I need some space and I need a break. And I never got back to him. And he's been subliminally uh, trying to subliminally send me messages because he changed his profile picture on WhatsApp to a picture that he took at my old workspace, like at the old city where we were before we moved cities. So I'm not gonna do that move because I've been destroyed a lot. I've been like lost feelings a lot, and back to what I was saying. If I don't show emotion, like facial emotions or anything, it doesn't mean I'm. It doesn't mean it's just an act. No, I
Yeah.
care, but I just don't know how to show emotions, and I would look like a dork if I did. So,
No, I don't
um,
think you.
yeah, but how did you suspect that you have imposter syndrome? Well, how did you sense that you may have it, and then you went and probably gotten it checked or diagnosed? And how did you receive the news about it from the doctors?
It's unfortunately not one of those things that I've had diagnosed. It is a
Okay,
self-diagnosis.
okay, yeah,
Um, I don't know if it is something that can be um, diagnosed. It's probably, unfortunately, one of those things that's is comorbid with other mental health things. But
yeah,
it definitely got worse because of streaming. Um, and I see a lot of streamers saying the same thing, and I think where it comes from is this need to feel like we're doing something, and like we have to grow, and we have to be like this, and we have to be like this to be successful. And I am seeing a lot of up and coming streamers with it as well, and I think part of it is putting these unrealistic expectations on ourselves. Like before, I was pushing really hard to become partnered because I felt that it would give me more sway with others, that it would, it would make people take me seriously, and that I had to be successful to have people come to my streams and want to be around me. And then it was like, well, do you know what? I don't even remember what it was that kind of made me step back and kind of go, well, hold on. I don't have to be like that. I think
yeah,
no, thinking about it, I think it was one of I got a really sweet message from a viewer, and it said, "Dear Nana, you may not know me. I never talk in your streams, but I'm there every single stream. And I just want you to know that you mean so much to me, being the real person that you are. And you show me that I am allowed to be me. I don't have to be fake just to be wanted and appreciated by other people.
yeah.
And I just want you to know that the hard times you're going through, I see you. I know that you mean so much to me as both a streamer and a person, and I hope that you never lose that."
That is very sweet. That is very heartfelt.
It's one of the first messages I got from someone, and they're still a lurker,
Yep.
and they still come in, and they're one of the first there. It's waiting for me. So
I don't know if you're if he's part of your Discord or if he's ever gonna be listening to this, but we need more people like you. Honestly, just I don't know why the forces of evil are just growing stronger and stronger. When we need
no,
all we need to do is just like be nice and just be wholesome.
exactly. We need to show love and appreciation for each other.
Yeah, yeah,
We're all on this earth for one reason or another, and it's not right nor fair to make somebody feel like they're not allowed to be here. Everybody is allowed to be here.
yep.
You don't have to be successful to be allowed to live.
Yeah, I've told a lot of people that I cannot express emotions, but they're like my safe space, and I appreciate them regardless. And I have them tabbed up, or like I'm lurking, but I have their tabs muted right now. I'm always in their stream. I'm gonna name them. They know themselves. Hammer Pants, you're the person I'm mentioning. You, Quill, lately nanasalad. I've been a silent lurker for a while until I suggested Nana to just Michael Nothing or Michael Nothing as a raid target, and I broke my silence. So it might not count because Daddy Bezos, or Hungry Bezos as I call him, or Bozo, just wants more money and doesn't like count your lurks all the time, because I'm not earning channel points because I have like 3 or 4 other tabs open, and it counts the first 2 initially that you opened. So yeah,
it counts 3 streams if you're collecting your channel points. It's 3 streams before it cuts you off.
Yeah, and then I have like a streak of like 151 in one of my friends' channels that also Mustard Fennec knows. But some people show emotions by probably either giving me a diamond, a sword. I do the same if I appreciate that person in my channel as well, even if they don't show up. Because Karma, the other day, I told her like, well, you have a diamond in my channel. She panicked and she was like, why? You don't have to do that. I don't show up. I'm like, just keep it. I don't even ask. I don't want to ask for a diamond because it's not what I'm after in her channel. I just want to be there for support because you, Karma, a lot of other people are just like immaculate. Honestly, like I don't compliment. I tell the truth, and I'm very blunt. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But let's go back to our topic, because I just remembered there's something that you also mentioned, restreaming.
Yeah.
I assume that you stopped streaming for a while and now you're back. What happened exactly?
I didn't leave, but there was a very big temptation to. So what happened in my first year of streaming, I won't mention their names because I don't want any hate towards them. I never did ever want any hate towards them. But people who were there, like the OGs who were there, will know what I'm talking about. Basically, I got picked up by this bigger partnered streamer, and they wanted me there every stream. We'd play together. Immense fun. Always had fun. And I was always very honest with them. Like, I would always ask their permission as well to go live, to play with them and stuff. And you should never do that. You should never ask another streamer's permission to go live. If you want to go live, you go live.
Yeah, and I told Quill, because Quill also does something similar where like, well, I don't want my times to coincide or collide with your times, because Quill said it to, I'm not outing her, she said it to a lot of people, and she said it publicly. But I always tell her, like, do not feel obligated. If you're streaming the same time I'm streaming, you could always turn it into a co-stream. Don't feel bad, because at the end, one of us is gonna end up raiding the other. So that's a big plus. So you're not obligated to be or force yourself. No one has the right to force themselves.
No. I will say, to that.
Yeah. Hold on. There's a Madonna quote that I go by that probably you might relate to. Hold on. Let me Google it. I think it's called. Poor is the man whose pleasure depends on the permission of another. That's a Madonna quote.
Yeah.
So I go by that.
I agree with that. Yeah. But I will say, if you are collabing with someone, or not if you're collabing with someone, my apologies. If you are playing with a streamer and you go live whilst you're playing with them and you don't say something, it's a bit of a dick move. You should say, hey, I'd like to stream as well. Is that all right? Because some people don't care. Some people don't care. But some people do not like it if you are what they can consider riding on their coattails. So always ask permission. If you're playing a game with someone and they don't know that you're a streamer, don't ask it like, oh, hey, I would like to stream as well in their chat. Send them a DM and say, hey, I've sent you a DM. It's kind of important. And, you know, and then that way they can see it and they can go, oh, yeah, no, not a problem. Go ahead, whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll give you a shout out. And then other people will be like, actually, I'd rather you didn't. That's a different situation. But like, you know, I always wanted to ask their permission. So I would ask his permission. And he would always be fine with it. And it turned out that he had some mods who were very jealous of me and my relationship with him. It was never anything ridiculous. It was never anything sexual. Never anything like that. You know, we'd joke and we'd have a giggle. We'd sing songs. There was a little bit of flirting, but it was like banter. You know, it wasn't serious. We both knew where we stood with each other. We were both friends. I considered him a mentor. But his moderators started whispering in his ear, saying that I was riding his coattails, that I was doing these things on purpose. They got people to start asking about me in chat all of the time. They'd be DMing him what they were doing for me. They would say in his chat what they were doing for me, what game they bought for me, how much they were giving me if I had a hype train, and you know, it just started to grind on him. But instead of him putting down his foot with everybody, he started taking it out on me. And then in front of 250 plus people, he started attacking me because of something one of his other moderators had said. I wasn't even in the chat at the time. I mean, I was lurking. He knew I was lurking. I'd say, hey, I'm here, but I'm playing a game with a friend. I've got you up in the background, you know. So I wasn't even chatting at the time, but something happened. And he lost it in front of this massive group of people and started going on and basically saying that I was causing him mental health problems, that it wasn't fair to him, that I was using him, that I had really hurt him and used our friendship, and I hadn't done any of it. And then he banned me, and other people banned me as well.
The good riddance, because you don't need people like him.
Well, it affected me hugely. Like at one point, I was 70 odd viewers every stream, so I was very close to making partner. I'd gone from $1,000 a month to $100 if I'm lucky. I had lost hundreds of followers, and I had lost all my viewers. I was down to 10 viewers, so I worked really hard to get back up. And it took a long time for people to see that it wasn't me that had done this. And I finally got an apology from him, and he admitted that he should never have done it like that, and he should have spoke to me outside of stream, and he didn't realise how much it had actually affected me. And I was very close to not streaming anymore, purely because of that.
Yeah.
Purely because of that hit. And it wasn't the money. Like, the money is nice to have, but it was the fact I had worked hard on getting to where I was.
Morally, yeah.
And it was somebody else that had booted me down and didn't even listen to me when I had promised, when I had shown my side, that it wasn't me. I hadn't done this. I hadn't encouraged people to do this. I was always saying to people, do not. I will talk to him if I wish to talk to him about what you guys have done for me. And it affected me greatly.
Yeah.
Like, seeing all the work that I'd gotten to then be booted back down. Yeah.
Hold
and
on.
It's taken the last 2 years
Yeah.
to get to this stage now.
Hold on.
Sure.
Okay. So Nana, I kind of have like a similar story back at the dawn of me being on Twitch, because I joined Twitch in 2020, and my favorite YouTuber is Irish. Call me Kevin. Through Call Me Kevin, I got here. Call Me Kevin got me into just a lot of games, One of them is Don't Starve Together. GTA RP. That was my first game that I focused on when I got this PC. But through GTA RP, I met someone. I'm gonna drop names because I don't give a shit, and I've mentioned them before, and they're stinky, and they're always gonna be stinky. So Flawless Whale. I was in his community since like September 2021 up until like February 2022. I was always there, and every stream he's a partner. He has 7,000 followers, and he has a tick next to his name. So I would be there every stream. I would be like participating, helping him out. At some point, he ended up giving me a diamond just for being helpful. Then I spent the best Christmas ever back in the time, where after like my first legit Christmas with people, even if it's online, after COVID. So it was fun. I was part of his Minecraft server as well, and blah blah blah. So in January we celebrated his birthday, and it was fun. In February of 2022, everything collapsed. Everything collided. So they did an event in NoPixel, which is the mother of the GTA RP servers, the NoPixel whitelisted one, which is basically for streamers or partnered streamers. So they were doing a zombie event. I think it was a Sunday, because I was heading to work and I had my phone up, and his stream was louder than he was. We couldn't hear him, and several people told him. And when I said that, he shut me up. He tied me out for a second. Then second time, I didn't even notice that until later on. He told me. So I was on the phone, like in and out, doing stuff around the house, and I had him up. So second time, right as I walked out the door, because like when you're at the door, there's still Wi-Fi. A timeout for 24 minutes because I told him again. And not only that, the third time out, when I got to work and when I finally sat down and asked what's been going on, one of his mods said that please no meta. Meta is like when you witness something, it's like stream scoping. Meta is like stream scoping. So no meta please, it's one of the lingo for RP. And no meta blah blah blah. And then he thought I was clapping back at the mod. I said, yep, I know I would never meta in my life. Timed me out till the end of the stream. And then on Discord, he came back to me and said, why did you do that? I also removed your VIP. I was like, fuck a diamond, dude. I don't care. I didn't tell him that, but like I thought to myself, I'm like, well, fuck, that's a diamond. It's fine. It comes and goes. But he bullied me afterwards, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I really meant well for you, and I didn't clap back at the mod. You can go back and check your stream. I was trying to be helpful. I was trying to be the good bean I am, and probably sometimes I get carried away because of my impulsivity due to the ADHD I have. He was like, go get yourself checked. I was like, are you sure about what you said? He was like, what the hell did I say? Yeah. I told him, like, you told someone with ADHD to go get help or go get checked. This is an insult. Yeah. And then a few days later, he said that before that, he said that on stream, he said that I'm being like a little bit of a burden, and technically I was on mobile and I couldn't raise the voice, because it was Sunday morning. So he said that he told me several times not to say anything because it's intentional, and I didn't hear him. If I would have heard him, I wouldn't have done it. So after that, a few days after, I sent in his Discord to his community a long-ass message saying, showing what he said about ADHD, sending a few messages, and then saying that it's not good, and that's one form of bullying. Go get yourself checked. You go know how to talk to people, and that dick next to your name, turn it into a dick, because you're a dick. You're being a dickhead.
Ugh.
You're being I'm gonna use very, very, very. I wrote that. I'm gonna use very, very, very repulsive words. You're being retarded. You're being spastic,
Ugh.
and you're being such a bad person with people. If you're gonna go tell people,
Gross.
yeah, if you're gonna go tell people to go get help because they have ADHD and impulsivity, you're not educated. Read those pamphlets I sent you about ADHD, and I wish you the best life. And then I left. One of his mods, who is still my friend to this day, told me like eons of months later, probably like half a year later, she left, and there was like a huge backlash at the time because of that. She got very upset. He stopped streaming apparently, and he streams every now and then, but like maybe once in a lifetime. And then this led to me being banned in another streamer's channel, which I've been trying to appeal the ban since 2022. And then I notice that I have her on Discord, and I can message her about that. But when I did message her mods, they said that I've said stinky words in her chat, and I've done nothing. So whatever he's done, and one of his mods, she is from the UK, and she's also banned because she said she called me a few slurs as well, and that's very not delightful. And ever since I've avoided him completely, and I've had PTSD from people, from streamers from the UK, but I've come to a peace with that. I've come like peace of mind with that after I met other people, because he's American and his mods are from the UK, and they were very, very, very rude to me. And yeah, that's basically my experience. That happened not similar, but because of Hogwarts Legacy, something happened later on. Last year, I was forcefully taken out of a community because I played Hogwarts Legacy, and that person said, if you're playing Hogwarts Legacy, I don't want you in my community. And I was nothing but honest with her all the time, and she was like very close friends with me. And at that point, I even told her, I thought you were nicer, assuming you're a Canadian, but not apparently. And then she said, like, people probably show their true colors later on. I thought you knew better. I thought you were better. I was like, educate yourself, and please learn that the anti-Semitism, I don't, but I also do endorse it because of our situation here in the Middle East, and all of these people that are being killed by like just unruly situations. I do not. I'm with and against, but at the same time, she's like, well, she's anti-trans and anti-blah blah blah, and I was like, have you played the game? There's a trans character in the game. They bought the assets, they built it, and then they gave nothing to J.K. Rowling. They just bought the assets to build Hogwarts, and I have Hogwarts Legacy wallpaper on my PC to this day. So
yeah,
I don't know why, but like I've had a few people come to me on like off stream and saying, please, we would play whatever you want. If you have it like say playing Hogwarts Legacy, we don't mind that, but self-promotion, please keep it out of my server. That's how you do it. You don't call people out. You don't tell people like,
no.
Okay, because also another streamer who's partnered came into my stream when I was streaming that. He was like, well, I removed your self-promo on my stream during my live. I removed your self-promo because Hogwarts Legacy, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I was like, oh yeah, so that's why you're lurking. He never lurks me. I called him out. He was like, well, do you know the controversy behind this game? I'm like, yeah, and He was like, oh, so you're willfully ignorant. I'm like, listen, bitch, call me anything. Call me like a whore, a slut, anything, but do not call me willfully ignorant. Call me a bitch, call me the C word, but not willfully ignorant. I choose what games I want to play, and I choose what games I like. And just for that, you're gonna get banned.
Yeah.
And 7 people watching at the time, because I was on console and it shows you every now and then how many people, because PS5 shows that every now and then. It's like they reported him, and his emotes, to an extent, his emotes are banned in my channel. Anyone that uses emotes is gonna get his message deleted, whether he's a friend or not.
That's kind of cool and kind of weird that you can mute emotes. I didn't know you could do that.
You can't.
I'm sorry that that's happening.
You can't, but I recognize his emotes, and I know. And I know them. But someone else, one of the first channels I mod for, also knows him, and I told him about the controversy, and he was like, I'm so sorry, Blue. I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I told him like about the audio. He's the one that told me like, I don't want you playing it. There's a lot of people playing it, but don't mention it. But anyways, Nana, thank you so much for the time. That's basically all the time we have. I really enjoyed, and I tried extending the episode because I'm enjoying myself.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me.
Everybody, please go follow nanasalad. Go show her all the love and support. Follows are free. Lurks are even free. Even more free. If you don't want to follow her, lurk. Make her tap
Absolutely.
the first a priority, please, so it counts. And I will be seeing you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Bye.